businessmen to invest in Greece and to take part in the Greek success story, as you call it. I want you to tell us your sense. Do you think Greece is far or close to become a success story?
I certainly hope that it's on its way to being a success story. And I would observe that there has been significant improvement with a program that is now, at the moment, pretty much on track. The program has seen massive, unprecedented fiscal consolidation, which is hard. The program has seen a major labor reform, which has brought some flexibility and improvement of competitiveness. The program has seen a strengthening of the financial institutions, which is always important to feed credit to the economy. So there are some really positive developments, but obviously more needs to be done in terms of revenue collection, in terms of independence of the tax administration going forward, in terms of product and service market reforms, so that there is more space and less rigidity in those areas where investors want to invest, including foreign direct investors.
Ms. Lagarde, the public debt remains high, and according to your projections, it will remain high for the next years. You have said many times that Greece will need additional help by its European partners in order to meet the target. Are we talking about a new haircut? Can you be more specific?
No, I'm not talking about haircuts. I think what is important is to keep in mind the targets. And the targets are 2020, 124% debt to GDP ratio, and 2022, under 110% debt to GDP ratio. What the European partners have said as well is that to the extent that Greece delivers under the program, which is the case now, and as soon as it reaches a primary balance, that is, a balanced budget, notwithstanding the service of the debt, the Europeans will continue to help and do whatever it takes. So those are major commitments, unspecified in terms of what form it will take, but very broad and very strong in terms of principles.
Mr. Dijsselbloem today in Athens mentioned that in the spring of next year might be a talk about it.
It's, for the Europeans to decide what form it takes. What we at the IMF look at is what is the general principle, how strong is the commitment, and what are the conditions. I've just mentioned them.
On the talks with Troika, the Greek government is looking for some tax breaks on issues that might create a new dynamic and help the real economy. Do you think a possible decrease on VAT, value-added tax, would boost the economy and lower the prices?
I think that the key priority, and where as much energy and resources should be focused, is on really delivering on the program. Opening up the product and service markets, I think, would go a long way in attracting investors and making sure that the Greek economy can pick up and move along a growth path that is so much needed for job creation. VAT reductions here or there, this is really, in a way, not a trivial issue, but it's one that should certainly not undermine the overall revenue collection and commitments that have been made, because now is not the time to, relax the effort that has been done by the Greek population. We have a mission which will be on the ground shortly. They will look at everything, of course, but the key thing is to make sure that the service and product markets are properly reformed so that those markets take the benefit of the wage cuts that have been volunteered and which were hard gains that have to develop into real gains for the economy.
Λοιπόν,